The transition from traditional real estate to wholesale.
Yeah. So that was probably like 2017 then, or 2018. Yeah. 2018 is when I started really transitioning into just wholesale.
Got it. Okay. So then, and I want to hit this point here because like you invested in yourself.
Yes.
Right. I mean, you went to events, you were learning stuff.
Yes.
But you were still struggling.
On the wholesale side.
On the wholesale side. You
definitely.
Because I think it's important, right? A lot of people watch the show and they see the success. Mm-hmm. And some people might think, oh, it's really easy.
Yeah.
Like, let me just go ahead and just go get a couple systems, buy a couple lists, skip trace it, text it, and then I'm making 6 figures a year.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't really work like that.
So let's talk about it.
Sounds great.
So I think it's really important to talk about the journey because even though you have massive success today, there was a time where you were not feeling so successful.
Yes.
Let's talk about that time.
Yeah, definitely. So, really what I decided is there was a day, and it was in 2018 when because I was still doing some traditional deals and kind of just holding on to that. Mm-hmm. And I was, trying to work into doing wholesale deals. So I'd do like one every other month. It just wasn't really going. And so, I just kind of had to burn the bridges I'm just like, I am done doing traditional real estate. I am only going to do wholesale, and I'm going to do it the ways that everyone says you can. I'm going to drive for dollars. I'm going to start doing that. So what I did was I made my plan. I remember I would wake up, literally this was my plan Monday through Sunday. I would wake up, I'd map out where I was going to drive for dollars for the day. This is before the frickin' Deal Machine app and all the, the great tools that you could use. So I was
more tools today than there were.
Yeah, there's so many more tools, and people like, oh, I can't figure it out. I'm like, really? Like, you have so many resources to do this. I mean, this show is helpful in itself. Right. So I mapped it out. I would map out, okay, where am I going to drive? A lot of these areas were in South Phoenix because I just knew there was areas over there that, visually could be on my driving for dollars list. So I would map it out. I would drive from about 10 a.m. to about 2:30, 3 o'clock. I would, add addresses to my list. I would go home, and I was handwriting those. I was handwriting in a yellow notebook all of those addresses. I would take those home. I would individually skip trace all of those addresses. I would cold call them one by one.
Yeah.
And that was what I did to start. And I got my first deal in the first month, and I just tried to do it all by myself to just figure it out. The end buyer that I found just by cold calling LLCs took advantage of me, kind of pushed me down on my price. I didn't really know. It was a lot that I actually got under contract. Yeah. The lady that I got under contract, I'm like, I don't even know if this is a good enough deal, but I got it. I made like $3,000 on that deal, and I was like, all right, well, proof of concept that it works. You could, drive for dollars and do it. And that was in a month. Yeah. So then I took that $3,000. I reinvested all of it. I didn't take any of it. I had money saved from, being a realtor. So I just took that $3,000. I bought a CRM from Carlos and Sal at that time because I'm like, I know I need a CRM to get my stuff organized. Brandon Schwam, which is a guest on the show, he's like, dude, you got to do texting. So I'm like, got it, perfect. So then I took the rest of the money, got a small list, started texting, got a package of 6 houses that, at that time, the dispo source was Jaden Pudney over at Carlos and Sal's company. Mm-hmm. They helped me get that deal done, made $18,000, took that $18,000, reinvested it. Long story short, probably 4 more months went by. I was getting 1 or 2 contracts a month, but for the amount of leads I was generating, I should be getting a lot more. And they were always smaller. Because on the acquisition side, where it's not my strong suit, I always want to give the seller more, and I always want to sell it for less because I'm like, oh man, I'm selling it to my friend. Like, I want them to make money. Mm-hmm. Acquiring it from the seller, oh, I feel bad for the seller situation. So on a deal I should have made $15,000-$20,000 on, I'm making $5,000 because I feel bad for everyone and want to make sure everyone's happy.
Right. It's that glue that part of it is part of being that introverted personality.
Yes, yeah.
Right? You just want to make everyone happy. You want cohesiveness.
Yes.
And so on.